Hey, this is Scott. We're going to talk about a low-profile ball head that I like from Neewer. Okay, so let's talk about this tripod head. You have to wonder, why am I buying a new tripod head? I must have one from all these years, and I do, and I have actually a really good one. This one came from a company called Acrotech, and I've always loved it, but let me show you one of the things I don't love about it. It is fantastic in so many ways, but when I want to go to 90 degrees, it falls lower, so I have to basically get it in line. And it used to not be a problem because I used Arca Swiss L mount clamps, so you could just sit there, take your camera off, and put it back on. And I also had, but regrettably lost, a great little attachment from Wimberley that I could put on here and would let me put my long lens on. I forget what it was called. I think J handle or L handle or something, but regrettably it was lost and it wasn't cheap. So I went and bought this, which is the Neewer. It is a, looking over my computer here, a 44 millimeter low profile head. And let me give you the important specs here, or the most pertinent specs. It is, I'll put my glasses on for this. It is 16.94 ounces, so just a little bit over a pound. Very similar to this. This is the reason I bought this so many years ago. It has a capacity of 55 pounds, so definitely no slouch there. They say it is all aluminum alloy and a 44 millimeter ball. Now, for the most part, I love this thing, but let me go ahead and get closer here because I'm going to show you the one negative. Now, this could just be my copy. Don't know why. Neewer, if you see this and you would like to send me another one so I can test it and compare and see if it's just my copy or whether you have a production problem. So I would love to re-review it with a new copy, but let's see it. Now hopefully we're going to get this to focus on it, because what you want to look at is the actual ball itself, and I'm really challenging my focus system here, because we're basically looking in here and you can see hopefully that there's a whole bunch of little scratches in the ball, and you know, that's from moving around. So obviously there was some kind of piece of sand or something inside here, or a defect in manufacturing that it allowed it to scar up that ball. Now, I didn't pay hundreds of dollars. I'd be throwing it back at them, and it didn't seem to drastically affect it. I mean, I do feel some resistance, so I think you know, I'd rather it not do it. So Neewer, would love for you to send me another one. In comparison, I've had this Acrotech, and you probably, I don't know if you'll probably never be able to focus on that. But I don't think there's a scratch on it. Let's look. No, I can't see a scratch on that thing. And this, I've had this for, I think I bought it when it like first came out, and God, it has to be probably 10 years or so. Let me explain something else too. I have a a plate on both my Acrotech here. This is a special plate. I shoot both video and regular photography. And if you shoot video, you know that it's more, you want a video tripod head for video, because you're pretty much just tilting and panning. When you do photography, you're doing all sorts of crazy stuff. And some people like ball heads. And for me, photography, I like ball heads. The problem with this one was that it went too far. And that's where this one comes in. And let me also explain. This little piece here, where you can see that little line from there up, that is from Small Rig. And I have it, so I'll go ahead and raise this. That's the one thing my tripod does not do very easily. But then my tripod's probably 20 years old. Okay. So here you can see a side view. Hopefully we can get it to focus on that. So you can see the handle here. And if you see, this is from Small Rig. And what it allows me to do is, with this arc plate, I can drop in and change my tripod head. Now, I wouldn't be switching ball heads probably, but I could put on ball head, or I could put on my typical video head. So that's that, and that's why that is on there, in case you're like curious what that is all about. Now we will go ahead and turn that to the side and bring this down, so we're not looking at that Small Rig and confusing anybody, because this is a Neewer, from the company Neewer. Now, the things I like about this head, really like about this head, is one, we talked about the being able to go immediately 90 degrees to the side. Some people that's not important. Didn't used to be important to me. I used to use an L bracket, but I wanted to simplify my camera, so I wanted to get rid of that L bracket. To me, it was just like extra weight, and I just didn't want to carry it. With that, I could just turn my camera and remount it. But this, I can just take it and boom, I'm now at 90 degrees. It is at 90 degrees. It's not going lower. I don't have to sit there and finagle with it. I can just drop it down into either one of these double notches, either this one or this one, and I'm at 90 degrees. On top of that, you have the ability to move it this way, but it also has, let me go ahead and tighten the ball up, it has a rotator here, and it has graduations of where you're at. So I find that really handy, because I can put on a long lens, and if I balance it, it'll pretty much stay, and then I can just move it to where I want, and it'll stay there if you balance it in your lens. Little phone making some noise there. Sorry about that. So that's that, and this lets me lock it up, and this lets me tighten it on my Arca Swiss plate. Huge fan of Arca Swiss. I have a video kind of going over all my connectors and things, and how important Arca Swiss is to me. So not only do we have that rotator up there, we have a rotator down below, so we can do panning here, and it's all graduated. So if you're doing something where you want to put it at X number of degrees for panorama or something, that feature is in there as well. You got two dials. This one lets you set your resistance. So basically, depending upon your camera load, you can kind of put it so that you can still move it around. And then when you want to lock it up, you just tighten this guy, and then it is very solid. When they say 55 pounds, although I'm not putting 55 pounds on it, I would say it would probably hold 50 pounds. So I would find that to be an accurate statement on their part. And you can either that or you can pan up here. They're both got pretty good dampening. You can kind of see that it's not just running free. They put some nice dampening grease in there, so I appreciate that. And again, this is well dampened too. So literally, even though I wouldn't say a ball head is the best video option, if I just wanted to do a pan and this is all I had in the field, I could get away with it. As well as a worst case, I could sit there and put this on the side and I could be, although not being centered, it would be a little bit awkward. I could tighten that up and I could be panning here or tilting here and panning here and use it in a pinch as a video head, but I would not suggest it as a video head. So that's pretty much it. I bought it on eBay. Last time I saw it, I did not see one on eBay, but it is still listed on the Neewer site. So you can go to Neewer. It is Neewer.com, and they have the ability to order there. It is $55.99 on the Neewer site. Don't remember what I paid for it on eBay, but I think it was in that neighborhood. So I think it's a really good deal, and I think you even have a little level on top there. Make sure I show that. That's pretty much it. You know, it may not be as smooth as a $500 tripod head that comes from others, but I don't think it's bad at all. And a tenth the price of some of them, or at least, you know, a fifth the price, I think it's a pretty good buy. So there you have it. I hope you like it and it might be of interest to you. I make no money off of this. I purchased this one myself, so no one is taking care of me so that I'll take care of them. That's why I sat there and said what I thought was bad about it, and I told you what was good about it. And I do, again, extend that invitation. Neewer, if you want to send me one to show that this was just a factory mistake, and that it is not a something that occurs at the factory all the time, I would be happy to readdress it and go over it again. So there you have it. If you'd like to donate to me, there's a link down below. Otherwise, please subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.